Okay, pretty sure I'm streaming now. Hello, imaginary internet friends. I am Mild Kratz. Welcome back if you are back. Welcome here for the first time if you are here for the first time. If you're here for the first time, I appreciate you being here. So, tonight's episode, stream, whatever. Tonight's video is a living memoriam to Kyle Kelly, a fan. Is he a fan? Someone who started out as immediately saying, "Wow, you're a loser, you only have 16 fans," and then immediately switched his tone to say like, "Oh, you're cool, and I'm going to watch your stream for, I think, more than an hour," so who knows, maybe Kyle will be joining us tonight. I don't know what his schedule is, and I don't know if he's even in America, so I'm finding out that only 15% of my viewership, apparently, is from the United States, which means that most of them are computers that people just, I don't know, like I have a nice voice and people leave my channel on for their dogs, so that's kind of my prevailing thought as to what happens anyway. Other people, English-speaking countries, it makes sense, you might tune in because you still understand what I'm saying, but Bangladesh, I've got a few views from there. I don't particularly know which language they speak in Bangladesh. I'm glad to have you on the stream, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not 100% why you would watch or how much of it you're really getting. But I'm guessing you're just like the people who are leaving spam comments on my channel anyway. Which is fine. A comment is a comment, so I appreciate you all the same. Let me see if I can now find my own live stream. I was having an issue with this the other night. I'm sure all of this is going up. Oh look, I'm live now. Huh. Look at that. Find my own live stream. I was having an issue with this. I can hear myself talking now. I'm going to have to turn that back down before I start a wicked awesome feedback loop. So that's what I thought. I'm officially talking to no one right now, but if anyone ends up watching this, some people might. I don't know. You guys all have a lot of free time out there. I do too. I mean, that's why I'm playing this game. But I can't account for what you do with your day or why. Okay. I did do a very brief stream the last time, and my game was having performance issues it's having now, and I don't know why. I turn some of these things off, I guess. I shouldn't be having... pardon me. Shouldn't be having any performance issues, but... oh, wow. I mean, that helped a lot, but it also... turn these lights off. Maybe that'll help. Okay, cool. Yeah, weird. Sorry, I just had to mute myself there for a second. I'm trying to get all the tickles out of my throat. I'm kind of feeling a little bit down the last couple days, and so yeah, just trying to feel better. But I almost always have some kind of thing going on in my throat, and I don't really understand what that's about. I try not to just like clear my throat constantly on the stream because I don't think that's particularly endearing. I don't remember... I think it's a 10. I think I screwed in the subframe. I did like a very brief stream the other day, which became extremely frustrating, extremely quickly, just because of a lot of things that I wasn't really accounting for. One's this, I don't know, graphical hiccup of my game, which I'm not understanding. Like, I haven't really changed any settings. I mean, it is a little bit warmer in my room. Maybe I should turn the AC on. Which I think it might be anyway, but I wouldn't understand that to be this bad of a hiccup. And then, I don't know, I just had a friend of mine came over and started ringing the doorbell, and I had to go answer the doorbell. I'm going to turn that phone off. I thought I had it unplugged already. Also, you can tell that I'm living in my parents' house because I never turn off any of the lights. Alright. Turn that off. I don't know where all the lights are. I'm going to unplug this phone though. I don't need it for right now. I know that it's unwise to do that. Eventually I'll need the phone. I'll need it for these. No, that's the wishbone. Which I can attach to the subframe and will soon. But oh yeah, I forgot. I was just holding a wrench there. When you're holding a wrench, it takes up both of your arms. You can't pick up anything. And if this stream is bad, by the way, tonight, just remember the whole thing is in honor of Kyle Kelly, so be mad at him, not at me. I literally don't know where that part just went. I'm hoping when I move the car or lift it up, it'll be there. But, I mean, I just went to put it down, and it disappeared. And things can disappear through the entire game sometimes. I've lost a muffler before. It was a muffler, so I wasn't particularly, like, concerned. I just, like, dropped it through the floor. I've seen a lot of people drop that ladle you have in the sauna. That becomes problematic very quickly. Can I speak German? Ich verstehe das nicht. Ich habe keine Ahnung. Entschuldigung. And hi to Hunter. How's it going? And like, I don't even know how German that was. I know that was German. And I said I have no idea, which is ich habe keine Ahnung, which don't confuse with ich habe keine Augen. Ich habe keine Augen, I believe, means I have no eyes. So it's a very different thing to say. I think this is actually a 10 spanner. Nope, I'm wrong. 8, maybe? That's most of the fun of this game, is dragging your toolbox around, if I even can. No, I have to grab it by that part, of course. Of course. And picking different spanners. By the way, this isn't like a speed run or anything. I want to go ahead and preface that right now. I don't remember most of the size of these different things. I'm not very quick at putting the car together. And I'm not even necessarily that thorough. I try to be. 12 maybe? No? Yeah, I guess. I can do a little German, yes. Dein Tisch ist sehr bequem. I think that's your table is very comfortable. It makes no sense, right? So I guarantee you, most German people I've ever met, your English is at least 10 times better than my German. So let me get some springs over here, and yeah, we'll do that. I think I need those shock absorbers as well. Just throw that one over there. I think these springs can go on either side, if I'm not mistaken, because they're just very symmetrical. Cool. Oh, but they might rest. I think they rest on top of those arms, but I might as well get these shock absorbers in place too. I don't know why I'm working in the back. Most people probably work in the front first. I can't verify that though. Okay. How long is it going to take to make the car? Man, that's a great question. The world record right now, as best I've seen on YouTube, I haven't watched the video. If you want to see the fastest person build this car, they somehow managed to make it in 46 minutes? It's either 46 or 48, but they do it impossibly fast. For me, I'm not going to be able to build it any faster than maybe 3 hours. And this is my only second time really building the car too. So that's going to include me messing up a little bit, probably forgetting what I'm doing, which direction some of these things go on. I mean, I'm barely functional in knowing how to build the car. I'm expecting to look a little bit like an idiot. Dein Stuhl ist sehr bequem. Yeah, so Stuhl could mean... try to remind me what that means. Your Tisch, der Tisch is it your table? I'm trying to think. What are some other things? Mostly, if you're gonna learn another language, you usually learn all the swears and like mean things to say first. And so, I mean, obviously I know some of those. Guten Abend. I could say that, except I don't know what time of day it is over there. Maybe I would sometime. I'm just going to put the steering rack over here right now. I think I'm going to be able to install it soon. Soon, TM. Yeah, German isn't very easy to learn. I think part of why that is you guys have so like a lot of your words are contingent on kind of the gender of the word, if that makes any sense. And so there's a lot of ein becomes eine, becomes einen. I think even becomes einem at some point. And there's probably a lot of that in English too. And I know English isn't particularly easy, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of confusing having a lot of different words for a lot of different words for the. Yeah. So in the first thing I do is go buy food. So I'm guessing you've played the game before, Hunter. In my first stream, the first thing I did was hop in the boat and then go and immediately buy everything I could from the convenience store. So I'm loaded up on that stuff. And then I think I've got a couple cases of beer too in the. Just one case of beer in the garage. I've got another case of beer in the boat. I find that's a really good survival tactic, and it makes me laugh. Oh, you haven't played this game? Or you haven't played it much? It's really fun. It's a weird game, admittedly. There's like it's very quirky, and it's really fun despite being in some ways kind of not that great. And I'm not trying to be mean to the game necessarily. I think the game's being developed by one person. That never helps, right? And they're doing a really good job, but there are just some things about the game that are frustrating, you know, to no end. A few of which being, like, everything in this game is so particular about its placement. I mean, in one way that makes sense. You should know where the parts are going before you put them there. If it was super easy to just put the part wherever, then there wouldn't be that level of challenge to the game, maybe. But at the same time, it's almost painful, the accuracy you have to use sometimes. And I'm going to try and crawl into my trunk, maybe. You have to cheese this a little bit. I can probably get it through the exterior of the car. I don't know. Back here. Is it the same size bolt? Is it a different size bolt? Press Q. Oh yeah, you're right. I could lean. That's right. Is it the same? I wonder if it's the same size bolt though. It might be a different size. And yeah, like using their bathroom is a good example. It's really fun and funny, and the different ways you get Steam achievements for peeing on different things or peeing on the run is pretty funny too. So it's a weird mixture of people who watch streams of this game, though. I think a lot of them are people who want to buy the game and are interested in it, and then the other people who watch this game are like veterans who just watch, almost kind of how like I think veteran players watch amateur Dark Souls run through or something like that, and being like, man, this guy's an idiot. And I'll admit to that. I have no problem saying that. So I'll give you that one. I did try playing Dark Souls once. Not my favorite. 10 or 12 on that bolt on the shock absorber. Is that what you're saying? Let's try 10 real quick. I can't remember if that's what I had or not. Oh man. And maybe let's try 12. And again, you can like lean through the car usually too, I think. There we go. Looks like it's 12. Good call. Good call, my German friend. Are you German or do you just speak German? How many times have I died? So in this playthrough, none yet, which is great. But I have the first stream I ever did of this game. I didn't really know much about streaming or how that even worked. Well, I probably shouldn't have dropped that without the tire on it. But I died at least 2 or 3 times, I think, in that stream, and it was only like 40 minutes. And the number of times, or like how I died too, was pretty specific to this game. So like I took the van, I was trying to drive the van, which is a big mistake, by the way. If you're ever going to the city across the lake over there, or whatever it's called, I forget. And I always want to press M to pull up my map, and obviously M doesn't do that. But if you're going to the city that's like got this dart in it, I'm sure I need to clean out someone's septic tank or something. I wouldn't begin to know how to pronounce that in Finnish. But that city that's up in the very northwest corner of the map, if you're ever going there, yeah, don't ever go there anywhere but the boat. And the boat is kind of, if this is your driveway right here, the boat's like right there. And so it's super easy. You can even use this island here as kind of a midpoint to know where you're at. And so that part of the game is designed well. Anyone who knows what they're doing at all takes the boat to go places, at least until their car is finished. And then obviously the fun is driving the car around. Yeah, I felt like I was going to go get some tires. Glad I have you guys in here because I'm going to need some reminders on like, hey, you didn't finish this bolt or that bolt. I just feel very unfocused right now. Yeah, lifting the car behind, that's a good pro tip too. I'm going to put this tire on first if I can. Yeah, I don't feel like I put the bolt on the actual drum brake yet. Maybe that was 12 also. Maybe it's 14. That's pretty rare. You don't see too many like 14s, I don't think. Alright, let's try and put this on. One of my favorite things about this game, and it's kind of a joke, I bought this game for my brother, and he used to do some YouTube stuff, doesn't really anymore. One of the bigger jokes, though, is that there's I guess I have an opportunity here, since my car is already screwed up. Might as well move this to the back. Well, where can I put this? Sure, let's try that. That doesn't look safe at all, but that's okay. I've never had the car drop on me and kill me. Oh yeah, I feel like I was talking about that, then I just kind of rambled on about something else. I've had the drunk driver pick me up as I was a hitchhiker once, and I don't know, I got uncomfortable riding with him because he wasn't saying anything, and I think he was drinking before I gave him the finger. But definitely after I gave him the finger, he started to drive really fast, and that was bad for me. Is there something no, this should go on here, right? Do I have I've got the wrong side over here, of course. Obviously, these tires are extremely specific to which side you can put them on, just like all tires in real life. Like, the game does a really good job of that until here. Like, I don't know why the tires, specifically, should go on any one particular tire. Unless someone here is from Finland and correct me on some reason why Finnish tires are particularly that way. I do have the left wheel. Hey, at least it didn't take me like 10 minutes to figure it out or whatever. Does anyone in the room watch Game Grumps at all? I know they're obviously very big. 13 for wheel, thank you. Yeah, me being stupid is the audience participation, by the way, so if you're waiting for a time to chime in, it's any time I'm doing something that doesn't make any sense. Also, this coil spring should be probably on here already, but whatever. I'm quite certain I can put it on here now. Maybe. Maybe I can cheat my way through here. And Oh, okay, so you're the other type of person who's completely beaten this game. How's your car look? Have you upgraded it with all the rally parts and everything? Like, have you done all the missions and whatever? And then also, follow-up question. So, Car Mechanic Simulator, which this game obviously has a lot of similarities to, but yeah, the Car Mechanic Simulator series in general, at least. Car Mechanic Simulator 18 is coming out in the United States, at least, in a couple days. Does anyone have their eye on that? 4 times complete. All right. Okay, so some part of the spring I feel like rusts on that little rubber or whatever it is nipple thing there. And these springs should be able to go on either side, if I remember correctly. That's frustrating. Whatever. Alright. Whatever. I'm just gonna try and get my jack back and just jack up the other side. Huh. I feel like in real life that would have been a real problem there. I'm only 12 years old. Alright, well, fair. And Hunter, are you from the United States, or... Oh, no, your English... Like I'm saying, your English is way better than my German, guaranteed. And so far, I mean, there's been no problems in translation here. I'm definitely understanding you. I'm actually trying to learn German, too, so, I mean, maybe at some point I'll be able to better communicate. But for right now, I only sound like an idiot in German for the moment. And can only talk very, like, basic things like, hey, what did you have for lunch today? I probably can't even ask that. I might be able to answer it. Okay. Gotcha. Mashed, yeah. Game folder. Okay, gotcha. That sounds like an actual good tip. A lot of people try and troll you when you stream this game, so you gotta be careful about that. People love to tell you things that aren't actually helpful. And there's a lot of things out there that aren't helpful for this game, too. Alright, let's put the shock absorber in, maybe. I don't know why I'm trying to do the rear suspension first. I feel like this is probably one of the things I'm worst at. Yeah. Okay, cool. Screw that on while I've got it there. And these others were... Oh, it's all 12. Okay. Or is it? Man, I don't remember. No, these are smaller. These are like 10. Yeah, so your parents go on vacation, they just leave you to, like, fix this entire car. I feel like that's kind of screwed up. Maybe it's 9. Will anyone be picking up Car Mechanic Simulator in the next couple days? Do I love you, Cola? Do I like Cola? I'm assuming is what you mean. Yeah, sure. Okay, so, like, anyone who watches my YouTube channel, which is not very many people, know that I've lost about 100 pounds in the last year. The reason for that is because I'm going through a divorce also, but, yeah, so I mean, like, I used to drink a lot of pop, which we call that, I don't know, I guess cola would be anything, here in the Midwest where I am. Also, anyone help me out here and tell me which size I'm supposed to use, because I'm obviously not getting it. Let's try 8. But there was a time in my life when I was probably drinking 7 or 8 Mountain Dews a day, which is really bad. Bad idea, bad for your health. And yeah, so I was most of the way to 400 pounds before I tried to turn my life around. I need 10 or 11. Okay, or 12. 70 pounds, 12 years old. So, Hunter, are you in the United States, or like, I mean, at least the part that I'm in, it's going on 11 o'clock. I guess it's summer, though, isn't it? You're probably on summer break. That makes sense. And thanks for dropping by the weird 30-year-old dude's playthrough, though. And there's a lot of entertaining female YouTubers out there that are far more attractive than I am. I guess they're probably not playing this game, though. I'm gonna be missing some bolts. This car is not gonna be in prime condition by the time I finish with it. All right, I'm gonna put on the wishbones right now while I know I have the right spanner in my hand. I'm gonna do both sides. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. Oh, okay. So you don't have the Steam version. You played the... Okay. Stay up to 3 a.m. sometimes. Yeah, I work second shift, and I'm pretty commonly up to like 4 and 5 in the morning sometimes. So I don't stream a lot, though. Really, I like to make actual just YouTube videos, mostly because you can kind of better control what content gets put in there. Obviously, like you have to make your own edits, and you know, front right. Okay, what a dummy. Everyone laugh at me. I'm a dummy. Alright. Cool. No. So, maybe this is a pro tip. Something that I learned building the car last time. Don't put the fenders on until maybe like the end, because you can just needlessly do a lot of damage to them. And I'm damaging my car kind of a lot anyway. What am I missing here? I mean, this should go right in, right? Whatever. Did I mention, like, I'm worst at the suspension? This is, like, probably my least favorite part of the game. This isn't even sitting on the jack anymore. I'm quite certain of that. There we go, finally. Goodness. 10 p.m. now. Okay, so you live in at least a different part of the United States. You have the illegal version. Okay. Drink cola with bourbon and whiskey and vodka. Okay, so you party. You party pretty hard. So, okay, if you're in Germany, right? Do you drive a lot, or I mean, how do you get to work or places? Because it's, from my understanding, everything's kind of like more convenient and centrally located in Germany. And sorry, I know that you're saying your English isn't that great, but I'm just curious. And you're in Kentucky, so maybe I'm just crazy. Okay, it's like 11:30 where I'm at. You guys shouldn't be on a different time zone. Man, what in the world? Oh, I remember why I'm having trouble with these coils now. It's because I'm doing a YouTube live stream. So I have an opportunity to look like an idiot here. Like a complete pleb. 14. Cool. You know, to the best of my understanding, anyway, Coils shouldn't really be a required part on my car anyway. Like, they should make the car ride better. Like, that's, I mean, what any of the suspension stuff does, right? But 12. I think we agreed it was 12. Nope, it's like 8. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the comments and everything too. It's 5:34 in the morning. Whew. Crazy. And it's raining 10 hours already. About how... What's the temperature outside, though? From my understanding, Germany is actually really nice. Like, it's pretty nice temperature year-round. Why can't I remember what this is? So frustrating. I've got like a guide, or I did have a guide pulled up. I found a nice website that details, like, hey, these are all the different sizes. I feel like I've tried at least half of these already. 7, no. Yeah, I would think it'd be 10:30 at least, because where I'm at, like, it's 11:30. Whether we're, I mean, you'll be an even hour off of here, so yeah, it should be 10:30 there, bud. I guess it's not too bad. 13, no, there we go, yeah. Cool, cool, cool. Germany vicinity, the vicinity of Berlin. Cool. Yeah, I hear the weather's awesome. There's just like, it's cool because, I mean, you don't have to have a car. I mean, you can, but you don't necessarily have to. I guess most European countries are kind of that way. Just based on everything being kind of... Are there lights on in this room? It's just, I feel like the lighting in this room is really weird. And I think I turned like reflection and detailed lighting stuff down, maybe, so maybe that's what it is. It just looks really weird all of a sudden. Whatever. Sorry, bear with me. I'm just gonna drink a little bit out of the shower here and address some of my hunger and urine issues. I usually let my dirtiness get almost all the way up before I really deal with that. It sounds like my sauna is still running, so that's good. Well, if you're from Kentucky, I mean, sure, you could be using fishing strings as dental floss, I suppose. I mean, I hate the stereotype, but I mean, you're the one who sang it, so I'll believe what you're telling me. Oh, yeah. So these obviously need to be out here too at some point. Those go in the like half shaft. Oh man, this car's gonna look like a piece of crap when it's done. Oh well. Yeah, need to eat something too. I only drink from the shower. I know that like you can drink from the sink and everything, and probably most people who play this game just drink beer all the time. I mean, I'm aware of that too, but I just feel like it's super easy to drink from the shower. Cool. Let me see. I'm just gonna eat a box of dry macaroni, I guess. Cool. Yep. And let's go ahead and piss on the sauna. Why not? Oh yeah. So does this make me more or less dirty? I feel like this should make me more dirty, right? Yeah, it did. It made me a little more dirty. I guess while we're addressing my needs here, we'll go ahead and just do this as well. Although I don't want to waste time, and that's kind of what this is at this point while I'm this fatigued. Hey, thanks, Chris. Oh, sweet. And Nick J. Jr., how's it going? Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I know I've got more subscribers than I know who my subscribers are, so if you are one of the people who watches my videos, that's awesome, man. I really appreciate you. I plan on making more. It's like, okay, so I play Pokemon Go, like most people, I mean, in my demographic, kind of nerds in about their 30s. And so obviously the legendary event's been going on and everything, and I'm not gonna like, it's not that I'm not committed to YouTube and everything, but I'm not gonna pass up on an opportunity to get Articuno and Lugia, so I could put out a new video. That sounds maybe bad, because I do care about my fans. I like to put out videos, but I'm also not gonna rush something and put out something less than I should either, like of less quality, or just to put something out. So yeah, if you're watching, man, I appreciate it, and keep checking back with me. I'm always trying to work on my craft. For me, it means getting back into doing video editing stuff. I used to do kind of, not YouTube poop, I don't want to say kind of stuff, but things, I was kind of messing around with like Batman the Animated Series and trying to do kind of music videos for that. One of the ones I was going to do was like a Flight of the Conchords song, and that was a project that just kind of got canned. Which I guess is okay, because it would be super, you know, hit with different copyrights from both Flight of the Conchords. I think they were on HBO, right? Yeah, you can take the water without bending over. I try to. Yeah, Pokemon Go, like, if you're not as high level as you should be, I would use they're extending that event 72 hours, which includes like walk distance, 2 times experience. Man, this car is making some rough noises. Now's the time to get caught up. I've gotten, like, I'm level 31 now, and I think I was probably level 29 2 days ago, right? But those are pretty high levels. Like the current level I'm working on, I have to get 500,000 experience just to get to the next level. But I also have another account where I was level 7, and I just logged into that because I've got different friends who play on different teams, so I kind of have to like be a chameleon and go back and forth if I want to play with different raids. And I went from one team that I'm on, where I'm like that 29. On one of my accounts, I went from level 7 basically to level 17 in about 20 minutes. So now's a very good time to farm experience, especially if you're going to give us that 3-day extension. Yeah, you just got to get out there and get serious about it. But I know it's really hard. Some people have like work and everything. Yeah, I do work, but I work odd days and odd hours. So like, it just happened to right now be in a good position to. That subframe looks like it's like moving back and forth. Makes me kind of uncomfortable. I'm also running on not a lot of sleep today, so that's probably not helping me in terms of being focused and trying to figure this out. Oh, it's still screwed in. Oh, is it the wishbone? Yeah, I don't think I ever connected that wishbone. Or if I did, I just probably didn't bolt it in. That's starting to seem more familiar. Yeah. I don't live in that big of a city. I live in a city of about 500,000 people, right? And so, like, that's not small, but it's not big either. And so there's areas that I go to that have, I don't know, maybe like 50 to 60 stops in it all the way around. And you can make a really nice circle, and everything, you know, within 5 minutes cools down. It's easy to like kind of carve a nice path and everything. But yeah, in places like Detroit, I have friends who live in New York and Chicago, and they talk about how they just, when the game came out especially, they were taking the train and hitting like 30 stops just on the way to and from work. Like 30 stops one way, and they would just like never be out of items and be continually catching Pokemon the whole time. And so I live in an area that I would say is like suburban, right? But I mean, I'm also not far from anything. Yeah, let's get the steering rack in here, or whatever that thing was just called. It's 11. I never sleep. Cool. Alright, okay, midnight. Yeah. That's awesome, man. I appreciate you saying that, man. Let me tell you something that's true of every YouTuber, by the way. And it doesn't matter if you're talking about, like, JonTron, PewDiePie, like, people with millions of subscribers, or people who are just trying to grind out, like, a daily vlog. Everyone runs on ego, right? So it's hard not to get bogged down in like negative comments. People are saying you're the worst, you suck, yada yada. Like those hit you pretty hard. But the people who are saying nice things, which by and large I think is most people, by the way, really keep you going. Because I mean I'm a super amateur YouTuber, right? I've got a quarter of 100 subscribers, if I'm rounding up, and you know, like, it's not because I'm not trying. It's not because I don't put out videos that are of a certain quality, at least, I think. And so, I don't know, like, we just run on compliments, though. We run on people's, I don't want to say just, like, admiration. I don't care how you feel about me, other than, like, I want to have a message that I give people, kind of. And that I'm saying the right thing. And if I make anyone, like, smile or laugh with anything I do, like, that's the biggest impact I have on the world, I feel like, at this point. Am I on the wrong side of the car again? Yep. Cool. Oh my gosh. The thing is, too, I don't drink, but this is going to make everyone think that I do. Like, this stream, I'd be like, he's just so all over the place. Both in what he's saying and what he's trying to do. Do I have to put the half shaft in first or something? It's so confusing. And these are at least symmetrical. That much is nice. Okay. Man. Thanks for hanging in here, guys. This is becoming enduring. And let me know if I'm missing something, by the way. Hey, thanks for subscribing, You Fight GameTube. And if you guys have videos and stuff, I might have to check those out as well. Are any of you content creators? Do you guys make videos at all? Are you kidding me? What am I doing? Is there a part I'm missing? No. I don't think I can put the spindles on until I put those on either. Man. So does this qualify as like a long play? Like, isn't a long play where people take forever to play a game? It's like this is an unintended long play. Just fine. I could make this series apparently like 50 episodes long if I really wanted to. And trust me, I've got nothing better to do, so maybe I will. Do I have to jack the car up? Is that the problem here? I feel like it's not really complaining about any other parts of this whole process. I do this almost every time. Yeah, I'm like not connected to anything in there. And this is, I will bet you money this falls off the jack too. No channel yet, but you're working on it. Alright, awesome. Can you look at a video of my cat? Yeah, man. Put a comment in the link, or put a link, sorry, in the chat. And yeah, I'll do it. 50 videos of this. Yeah, if you guys can withstand 50 videos of me just being like, what do I do? Because that's all it'll be. No, I should have this thing done. This car is going to be done within 3 hours, I'll say. And I could be wrong, but... What is there's got to be some kind of critical piece I'm missing here or something, because this should just go right in. And I'm having the toughest time with it right now. Oh, that's frustrating. Okay, let's move on to things that I know where they're at. Like the handbrake is over here somewhere, right? At some point in this game, you feel like you just have to make some progress. Except this is probably dumb to put the handbrake into, because I know there's a screw that's in the back that I risk not remembering if I try and put this in right now. Also, maybe I can't put it in right now, too. No, I can. I think those are like 8. I'm gonna say those are an 8 spanner, and the other one's like a 5. First brake build. Okay, I got you. Yeah. I need to put the brakes on first. Got it. Let's do that. I'm glad you're here, by the way. Well, all of you, but especially anyone who can help me through this game. Because I no-lifed this as soon as this game came out, and I will say 99% of the way done with the car, and then I couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. And then, so actually, maybe I can show you. I don't think I really want to, though. There's a problem with the van that if you're in the back of it, and sometimes like you stand up or you jump, it glitches, and the van will completely flip over on top of its like roof, and there's basically nothing you can do to push back over. I tried to like push it with, there's a septic truck over here, septic tank truck. I don't know if I can even see it from here. Yes, I mean you can see the tank of it right there. But I tried to push it over with that, and I thought maybe I should just drive the septic tank. F9 is car now. Oh, okay. F9 for the car. Pressing F9. Is there a place on the car I have to do it? Oh, message retracted. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're probably not allowed to post like videos and stuff inside the chat. I guess they feel like they'd probably get spammy, and they're probably right, I guess. But I mean, I can follow you from here. If you're gonna subscribe, I'll take a look at your cat, sure. And I'm on the wrong side again. I think I threw all of these parts on the wrong side. Because I was looking at it, I was thinking, oh, stage left, stage right. I'm sure there's bolts on there, and I need to go back and look for them. And I'm just going to put this other brake on here as well, and then I can maybe put this in. Yeah, okay, because this connects to this, I believe. Yeah, I mean, I saw it work for a second, so we can get this on there. You know what? Jacks are for suckers. I'm just going to try and build this car. Alright, that's going to have to be bolted on first. I get that. Alright, let's find the bolts. Man. Oh, Corporal Pyle is playing Rocket League. I'm not sure if that's going to come up in this Steam overlay or not. I'm trying to keep an eye on it too. Have I heard of every play? No. But I'm more than willing to listen as you explain what it is in the comments or in the chat. You've got to be, everyone in here has to be thinking by this point too, like, how could he not be drunk? Like, look how unfocused he is. No, it's not that. It's like I was saying, I'm working with maybe 4, maybe 5 hours of sleep. And I'm sure I'm going to show in an upcoming video, my brother's got a new dog, a pit bull. It's like a pit bull mix or a pit bull, which, like, very sweet dog. And I know there's like, I hate this, but there's kind of a breed bias against pit bulls, and people are like, oh, they're the nastiest dogs, and they're just so mean, and this and that. Sweetest dog in the world, by the way, and he just got it a couple days ago. Oh, come on. I think I'm going to use the other jack for a bit. This jack is making me mad, and I don't want to be mad right now, because I'm having a good time. It's night here, and I will have a nice night. And thanks for tuning in, You Fight GameTube. Liked and subscribed. You guys the best, by the way. I appreciate you all. Oh, it looks like my character here is pretty tired. So, man, what was I just doing? Okay, so I need to figure out. Yeah, I was gonna get the other jack, which I think I left right there. Great. Cool. That needs to be under the car, though. Maybe that'll count. Yeah, alright. Nick Jr. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Or 129. It's one of those. Yeah. I try and keep things popping. I don't stream very often, so hopefully I'm doing an okay job. Wow, wow! Look at this car. I immediately regret putting the tires on this. Oh my gosh! All right, guys, I'm gonna pull up a page here real quick, so I can get these spanner size things here. Yeah, so I can figure out the bolt sizes and all this different stuff. Because for me, it might be funny to watch the car fall off the jack 50 times. I don't know. I mean, I could see it, but yeah, okay. For me though, I'd like to finish the car at some point. What is this? It's the spindle, right? Is it called the spindle though, or is it called spindle? Okay. Alright, and so the spindle requires... Right. Oh, that's it? It's got 112. Alright. Lift it up front. Yeah, you're right. When you're right, you're right. I'm going to try and do the jack in the front again. I'm going to try doing this jack. See if I can get it on the wishbone or something. I don't know. I don't know where to jack the car up. I feel like I'm jacking the whole car up anyway. This thing's gonna look like it's gonna be a mess when I'm done with it, frankly. I'm hoping the fender covers most of the damage here. But I feel like I'm gonna have to be like cleaning up a bunch of poop just to even like get the mechanic to make my car look half decent. Alright. Okay, spindles are going on right now. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Apparently it's just the one bolt. I mean, that doesn't sound right, but I'm going with it. Same bolt over here. Cool. Success. Beauty. Wonderful. I always try and put this part in upside down. I don't know why. Alright, yeah, you've said bye a few times now. I hope... don't let me keep you up all night, alright? I think you said it was 5:30 in the morning in Germany, which I believe. Get some sleep, my man. You can always watch the rest of this tomorrow, by the way, if you're so inclined. But hey, thanks for sticking around as long as you did. As tired as I am right now, I'm not going to tell anyone not to get any sleep. Also, anyone who wants to see me stream or make videos about a different game, I'm like constantly taking suggestions, especially if a game is pretty cheap or just kind of funny or whatever. I own a lot of games too. I think I've got like 380 some games in Steam. So I will at least take them under advisement. And you can direct message me on YouTube or just, you know, put something in the comments. I will certainly read through them. I know I'm getting pretty much to be like a celebrity and everything, but I'm still not too big for my britches just yet. Yes, yeah, so goes back to what I was saying about my brother's dog. Sorry, because I feel like I'm very good right now, and this happens a lot more when I am tired. I'm very good right now with like starting an idea and then working on the car and forgetting what I'm talking about, and then I like won't finish my thought. Okay, so but my brother got a pit bull. It's very sweet, but it's also not particularly well trained at the moment. So every morning when he goes to work, he'll put it in the room next to mine, and she'll start banging on like the makeshift door we have in there. Basically, I have a dog too. Her name's Shelby. and Shelby and Daisy split a room that's right next to mine. But there's just basically like a crate type door on the and she just bangs into it because she wants him to come back or whatever. I don't think she understands that he's not going to come back until he's done with work, and so that wakes me up anywhere between about 7 and 9. This morning it was about 7:30, and I went to bed maybe at 2:30, 3:30. So, what am I doing? I put the disc brakes on first. Yeah, that sounds right, because the whole thing goes through the discs. Okay, there we go. Cool. Okay, how old am I? I am 30. I don't know how old I look, but I recently turned 30, so I'm just out of my 20s. And yeah, so just turned 30. I'm very recently divorced, so my life's heading kind of a weird it's heading a weird place, and I don't know. As much as I didn't have a reason not to, I was like, let's start a YouTube channel. Let's start doing some things that are going to make me happy and that I think are going to be fun. So that's why I'm here. It's fun for me. I'm glad that some of you guys are saying, hey, you're funny, or I like your videos, because and I don't know, like, your biggest critic is always you, by the way, and that's really hard to fix. Like, I wish I knew how to not make that the case, but that's pretty much true of anyone. It's really hard to like yourself as much as other people will like you. It's weird to think about, but it's true. Oh, there's more bolts back here. That's probably what I'm missing. Look at that. Is there any reason why you don't sleep? I mean, I had a friend growing up who was basically an insomniac. Probably at least part of the reason why I am the way I am. But around, I don't know, 10 to 12, yeah, there would be days at a time, especially during the summer. I would be over at his house. We wouldn't sleep for 2 and 3 days at a time. So I definitely get not getting a lot of sleep. In a way, it makes you stronger, because if you can learn to function on not a lot of sleep, on a day when you finally do get 8 hours or more, you'll be better off for it. It takes a certain kind of person, though, I'll tell you. Play all day and night, never get tired. Do you play like a lot of games, or do you like, are you one of these outdoorsy kids? I wouldn't imagine you'd be watching a My Summer Car playthrough if you're like particularly outdoorsy, but it's worth asking, so I need to make conversation. Were there 2 bolts? There's 2 bolts on the other side too. Alright, so I need to go back and do that. Lots of sugar and lots of caffeine. Yeah, that is the trick. So I'm drinking like 1 Rockstar now, and I'm trying to think if I had probably 2 low-carb Monsters earlier. Yeah, I'm okay with being a caffeine addict, though, by the way, because there are definitely worse things you can be addicted to. I'll easily take caffeine over methamphetamine or heroin. No candy. So does that mean you haven't had any candy today, or are you asking if I don't eat candy? I don't know. You haven't had any candy. That would be my guess. What am I doing again? Oh yeah, I drink from the shower real quick so I don't die. I've died of dehydration in this game too, which is embarrassing, but it was like because I was on the other side of the world. There was basically nothing I could do. And I've crashed the van into a tree probably 5 or 6 times would be my guess. That's always a pretty classic way to die in this game. I don't think I've ever... I might have died once. Maybe just like... Okay, yeah, do I eat candy? Well, I mean, of course, everyone eats candy at some point, but I'm trying to do like... it's for weight loss purposes, and for the time being, I'm trying to do low carb. I don't want to say no carb, or like the Atkins diet or the keto thing, because that's just ridiculous. Your body needs a level of carbohydrates just for fuel. I think it's important, though, if you're going to eat a lot of carbohydrates, a lot of sugars, make sure you're at least doing it on a day you're doing something. Like, the worst thing is just loading up on sugar or carbohydrates and then just sitting on it. Like, that's among the worst thing you can do to yourself. Okay, the name of your cat video is, okay, July 29, 2017. You know, as a kid, I guess, yeah, tap water might be different. Do you live in the city, or do you live kind of like on a well? So I'm trying to remember, trying to keep all my people who are watching my stream right. And I don't think I know you, Nick. I think Hunter said he's from Kentucky, which, like, if certain parts of Kentucky, he might be on a well. But I don't know. Growing up, I grew up on a well, and I actually liked the tap water a lot, or liked the water that came out of the faucets, until I was about 12 or 13. Then I just kind of like stopped drinking water in general and just drank way too much pop. Which, by the way, is bad. Oh, it's raining. Okay. It's fine. What do I want to pee on? My own moped. Let's pee in the back of the van. Sure. I feel like this is somebody's work van. If it's mine or my parents', I don't know. Okay, so, I mean, if you run a mile a day, like, and you time out when you're having your sugars and stuff, right? I mean, not a big deal, right? So, I think that's the thing, is you should look at carbohydrates as fuel. So if you're going to burn a lot of carbohydrates, I mean, that's cool, right? And it's, I don't know, maybe a little bit better to do it before you go on a big run. Like, you need to have energy for that. And everyone has kind of like their runner's diet, I think, anyway. But, I mean, like, that could definitely be a part of it. And I know everyone's back of their car has, like, stickers that say 13.1 and 26.2 now. But running a mile is still kind of a big deal. I mean, if you can do it every day, that's awesome. Be a good way to, like, quickly burn, I don't know, somewhere between, like, 300 and 500 calories, depending on your size. I guess if you're a thinner guy, maybe not. Oh, I'm so distracted right now. I feel like I should be able to get these half shafts in, but it ain't happening for me. Let's try and jack the car up a little bit more. Yeah, because we haven't seen the car fall off the jack in a little while. I could do that again. I'm gonna try and commit to getting this entire car put together on the stream. So if you guys are willing to hang in there, probably not the stream tonight, I should clarify, by the way, but in the streams, and like, I've got a playlist going of my summer car. The first video is just like a first look, where I basically didn't know anything about this game, so it's like, I'm just gonna make a quick video and knock this out on the things that I think are kind of comical, or that I do know about the game as of right now. And yeah, I don't know, I ended up liking this game a lot, so I'm probably going to play it to completion and probably on stream. Oh, I gotcha. Gotcha. Going to the store for sweets and favors, I gotcha. I walk 5 miles every day. Cool. So, is there a reason you do that, Hunter? Like you said, you're 12, you live in Kentucky. See, look, I've got a decent memory. I'm trying to remember some things. Just happenstantially. Gotcha. So what's it like living in Detroit? I mean, Nick, like, what do you like about it? What do you not like? I don't think I ever screwed this in, did I? Maybe I did. I did. Oh, maybe these have to go on? I don't know. I'm almost just guessing at this point. Like, I've done all of this before, but I don't remember everything. I basically hated the suspension, and as soon as I had it installed in the car, I was like, cool, I'd like to forget about this forever. But apparently I'm not allowed to do that. Your dog's name is 5 Miles, okay. Oh yeah, so it's like, I don't know how old you are or whatever, Nick, but like, my best friend of forever is like 6'5" and probably about 170 pounds, so he's extremely like real thin. And he's just been the fattest fat kid in spirit I've ever known. So some people are just blessed with a good metabolism, and it's just a thing. Like, lucky you, by the way. But like that could just literally be the explanation. A friend of mine, I mean, he might be on the channel at some point. He worked in like a pizza place, right? You're 11. Yeah. It's not super hard, I don't think, if you have the right metabolism to stay thin as a kid. But when you get to an adult, it catches up to a lot of people. Hey, I saw a check mark there for a second. That was encouraging. Cool. Get that on there. But yeah, so my friend he worked at a pizza place. He ate 2 large pizzas every day for years on end and didn't put on any weight. He would eat and drink me under the table with candy and like sugary drinks and whatever. He's never been fat. Like, he's never had a problem with it in his entire life. I should ride the moped, is that what you're saying? Just to blow off some stress. Yeah, I could go for a ride. Let's ride the moped. I need to get away from this car construction nonsense for a little while. Alright. Let's see. Turn on the old fuel tap, right? I can't remember, by the way, if I have permadeath on or not. I guess we'll find out. I might, by even sitting on the moped, I risk elongating this playthrough of this game by at least 10 episodes, because there's a reasonable chance I could die. This thing is so wobbly and dangerous. And it's not particularly helpful either, because you can only like really, you know, oh boy, look at that. You can only like haul 1 or 2 things back at a time. Yeah, it was a sick donut. I didn't really plan to do it, but it was pretty awesome. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, nice. This is embarrassing because, like, even my character hasn't had any beers. The moped is a lot of fun, by the way. Perhaps one of the highlights of this game. And honestly, I think it's just in here so you can blow off some steam, because this game gets really frustrating at different times, if for no other reason than like all the different like ambient noises that are supposed to be just annoying. I think like the cuckoo bird and the mosquito. Mosquito's the worst. What am I doing? Am I drunk? My guy's not tired. Did I stall it again? No. I remember the moped driving a little bit better than this. Maybe it's just I have to get up to speed, I think, and get into a higher gear. One thing that is nice about this game, and I was surprised by, because it's only being developed by one person, right? It allows you to program a controller to do a lot of the driving stuff, and so I did that almost immediately. Where should I like move my cam? Like here? I'll try and drive by the road. Oh boy. Oh no. Okay. Nah, I got this. Nah, we're good. Oh, I stopped. Move my like web camera, or move my, where do I move this? Where do you want this to be? Just here? Face cam. Okay. Where should I move it? Oh, it is kind of like, I don't know, is it off center now or something? I don't know. Oh, covering stats? In-game. Okay, that's kind of what I thought. Man, now I'm just confused. Alright, whatever. I can move the webcam all you guys want, by the way. I'm not going to get any more attractive, necessarily. Well, unless I lose a bunch of weight. Like, I'm working on it. It takes time. Oh, this moped is bouncy. It's very bouncy. So, like, where should I go? Should I just, like, try and... I'm going to go try and buy a case of beer, maybe, on this moped. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, right? And, see if I can bring it back. Am I allowed to hold stuff? Yeah, I don't remember. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Move the camera to a different corner. Yeah, that's a good idea. You know, I like that suggestion. Let's move. You guys like bottom left? You can do bottom left. I'm going to aim this back up a little bit. So I'm like weirdly not centered now. Okay. Alright, so let me know if those were the adjustments you're talking about here. I think in the bottom left I'm not going to be covering anything up either. Top right. Alright. Who all thinks I should go top right? I guess there's not anything else in top right, is there, either, so that works fine too. You're going to have to endure bottom left for at least a second, just because, I don't know, I'm trying to drive the moped. I'll drive it until I crash again, and then I'll switch it to top right. Trying to like figure out some different things for my channel too. I know everyone does the whole like cartoon caricature thing and has that as basically like their almost emoji logo, stand-in, avatar, whatever you want to say. Oh, I didn't even see you in there. Creeper Fan 102 / Five Nights at Freddy's Freddy Yas. Oh, and then kill yourself from Felipe. Sweet. Alright, fair enough. So, welcome to being new in my stream. I went the wrong... Yeah, okay, so I know that that's the other way is like sort of the faster way, right? But I've never been able to find the actual town going that way. And even if I have the map pulled up, I don't know, something happens and I will get lost, probably every time. Okay, what's the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life? I was actually maybe going to make a video about this, so for anyone who like actually is subscribed to me or whatever, which I think is probably some of you, because you talk about like, you think my videos are funny or you watch them. Surprising to me, but I'm glad that you do. So I do a lot of like vlogging and rambling type stuff too. Hey, look at that, I moved the camera, like everyone was requesting, to the other corner. Now I'm officially lost, because I wasn't paying any attention to where I was going. I'm probably going to die out here in the Finnish wilds, but that's fine. Yeah, I was thinking about... I'm really big into, like, paranormal stuff. I don't know. I think it's probably all crap, right? But I at least like the idea of, like, Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster and ghosts and all of that sort of stuff, right? If nothing else, it's fun. It's fun to think about those sort of things. So I'm going to try and get into like talking a little more philosophically and like about even the paranormal and what have you. But the scariest thing I've ever seen, the same friend I was talking about, who's basically full-on insomniac, even to this day, like he always works second or third shifts and just has a hard time sleeping. He moved in middle school, probably around 6th grade to Blissfield, Michigan. There's a really like creepy place up in Michigan. It's like really just farm country, super rural. Like all the highways kind of cover some treacherous areas. Did I go backwards or something? But they cover some kind of like treacherous paths and don't have guardrails, and so that's scary. But I was staying at this farmhouse that he lived in where there's like no neighbors for miles, right? And the place was haunted for sure. I mean, I don't remember this happening because I don't think I was there. Like, all of our friends loved this kid, and we like took different trips to Blissfield, Michigan. And this house, at some different points, definitely had some things going on where blood was like coming through the walls, and everyone was pretty sure of it, except for like the parents who kind of had to calm us all down and say, "Oh, it's, you know, this is an old house, and it's probably like sap coming through the wood or something." And I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong about this, but I think for sap to come out of trees, generally speaking, the trees should be alive and not be incorporated into some kind of house. I don't know the logistics of that specifically, or I'm not a wood expert, a lumberjack, whatever you want to say. But I don't think houses produce sap. I could be wrong about that. But it definitely seemed like blood anyway. It's not like anyone tried to taste it or anything. So that was kind of weird that that house, on some separate incidents, had that going on, and I don't remember seeing that. But the same house, I remember it had a big window in the front room, which is where we always stayed. And whenever I tell this story, I kind of say it was a pretty standard week of us staying up till 5 in the morning, sleeping for 2 or 3 hours, waking up at 8 in the morning, and then just playing video games all day, right? So it's a week of me having 3 hours of sleep and just, you know, a week long of just exhaustion and staring at a screen and whatever. But I look out this window that's in this farmhouse, and outside, across from where I am, there's this old like tool shed or like barn, and no one uses it. Like, no one in that family has any business being in a farmhouse. I don't know why they bought it, but there was like this kind of candy cane shaped looking light that was on the side of the barn. It's on a lot of barns that are kind of older, and it was just kind of a direct, almost interrogation light that was just pointing down, right? And my ability to tell this story and drive a moped is pretty bad. But anyway, I'm looking out this window late at night, probably 2 or 3 in the morning, and I see, I don't know what it is, but it's like this creature, right? And it's walking in between and underneath that light. And every time I look at it, it basically looks like it's pitch black, even while it's walking through this thing. It kind of looks like, if anyone's familiar with shadow people. Oh, you're going to bed. Please stop. I don't know who all wants to hear the story, who all wants me to stop. I feel like I'm about 90% of the way in now, so. I forget everyone's 12 years old or 13, so I don't want to cause anyone to have any nightmares or whatever. I'm going to cause problems. And get this thing back on the road. Alright. Well, if my friend John wants to hear the rest of the story, which he probably already knows, by the way, I'll tell it. And so I'm in Michigan, looking out at this light. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. There's this weird, I want to say dog-like creature, right? So it could just be a dog. So anyone who's out there who gets scared by these things, it was just a dog. And that's kind of where I'm at with this whole thing too. Except that the thing was like pitch black, right? And it kind of looked like it was a shadow, even walking through the light. And as it was going into or leaving the light, it looked like it was going back up on 2 legs. So that part was weird. And then it looked like at the window, and it had like red glowing eyes. This thing was like jagged. If you ever watch, you guys probably watch Adventure Time. You're probably in the right group for that. There's the episode where Finn goes into this dungeon, and there's that creature that has very approximate knowledge of Frank the Human Boy. And like it kind of looked like that, but just, I don't know, also pitch black, also red eyes. But it didn't do anything to me. Like, it kind of went back and forth through this light a few times, and then it disappeared. And I didn't sleep for like 3 days. So, but I don't know. I don't put a lot of faith in that story anyway, because I was so tired. Like I was hallucinating by that point, I'm sure. So I wouldn't put a lot of stock in that. I do love stuff like that, though. And yeah, I mean, I don't. Do I really think any of that stuff is real? No. And I don't think. I think there are certainly, if it is real, there are certain rules that don't apply to people. Like you don't ever hear a news. When was the last time you picked up a newspaper? Never mind. Strike that because you guys are all like, again, middle school aged. When was the last time you read an article on the internet published by, you know, the Tribune or a legitimate news source? Like, I'm sure John's going to pop in here and say, like, Wall Street Journal or BuzzFeed. That was like, hey, person definitely killed by ghost. It's just not a thing. Like, I don't know. Like, if that stuff's meant to scare you, I get where that makes sense a little bit. But I don't also think it's meant to, like, actually hurt you. And I also kind of think it's in most people's mind, so. You get your news from the Town Crier. It's a good source, I suppose. It's a little old-timey. See, John lives in the same town that I do. I'm not going to, like, dox myself because I want to be more famous before I have, you know, before I get swatted. It's going to be really embarrassing if it happens before I even have 100 subscribers. But, yeah, so I don't think we have a town crier. I could be wrong about that, though. Hey, I finally made it to town, I think. Alright, Chris, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I scared you. The good news is, I don't know, I'm having a pretty good time. I don't know how long I've even been streaming at this point, but I'll probably keep going for another half hour to an hour at least. I'm really trying to fix this car, you know. Oh, here's this guy. This guy in the yellow car is among my favorite parts of this game. Just giving him crap, like he sucks, but oh man, I'm gonna have to like label my stream as explicit and everything now, probably just because that guy and his language. How do I have so many viewers? Good question. I'm gonna say it's the game I'm playing, and has nothing to do with me. People love this game, especially people from Finland. For whatever reason, like, I don't know. I mean, I know it's being developed in Finland, but like my viewer demographics skyrocketed from people in Finland as soon as I started playing this game. And by skyrocketed, I mean I went from having one person who ever watched my channel in Finland to having like 3. That's still like a 200% increase, though. So you can make sugar wine? Is that what I'm being told? By the way, I'm from Finland. There you go. See? Get gas. That'd be a good idea. What does it take? 2-stroke fuel, right? Let's see. Let's try and buy a case of beer. Alright, so let's refuel this thing. I'm guessing it's 6 sugar, 1 yeast. So you can make, what, like wine or something? Sugar wine, is that what you're saying? And then who do you sell that to? The drunk guy? Oh, also, John, I'm figuring out, like, this game is okay. That's gonna be a long walk. Wow. Oh, who wants to watch me swim back to my house now? Do not drink beer. Any reason not to drink beer, or is it just morally wrong? Oh yeah, see there's like I've got enough viewers now, I'm getting the spam to come in. Cool, so anyway, I guess let's just try and take all this beer on the bus and see what happens with that. Oh, alright. I'll see you later. Well, this sucks. This really sucks. Oh, so you're not necessarily spam. Cool. Chrome Games. Hey, if you're watching my stream, I don't care if you're spam or not. Thanks for showing up. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, so the bike, for those that didn't see, I picked it up for half a second because I was trying to just, like, turn it up right. And then it fell through the game floor, and it's gone forever now. So, I don't know if there's a way to, like, respawn it or anything, or, like, unstuck it or whatever. Because I think there's, like, a control console potentially for this game. But in the meantime, I'll just be swimming across the lake, drinking beer, and hopefully not drowning. But I'm pretty fatigued. Probably have to stop on the island. Oh, you're my 30th subscriber. Was I going to find a dump? Man, I don't know anything about this game, by the way. So I've built the car almost once, by which I mean like I built it completely and then it didn't run, so I obviously screwed something up. And then I felt based on those qualifications, I was definitely ready to play the game again and be like a guide for everyone. So this is like a long play now, and this could go on 30 episodes because, I mean, I love this game, by the way. I feel like it's an experience. Like, it's more than just building a car. It's experiencing what it's like to be kind of white trash back in Finland in 1995, right? And so I love that. I love that you get to experience the whole thing. But as a byproduct of that, things like this happen. And it's not like the first time something like this has happened to me. It's the first time I've had to like swim across the entire lake with an entire case of beer, sure. But oh man, there's like so many people in here now. I'm sorry, I need to be keeping up with the comments a little bit better. But yeah. Goodness. But like, yeah, I don't know, this game is more than just building a car, I think. So that's why people like to watch playthroughs of the game. That's why people can play this game for a long time. Yeah, a lot of glitches though. Again though, whenever you're mad at this game, remember it's being developed by like one dude. And he's doing a hell of a job, honestly. Like, for this game to be playable, anyone who makes a game by themselves is, if not a genius, certainly very hardworking. Mostly because it's an indie game, so like I don't know if he's doing it as a full-time job or if he has to like go work 40 hours somewhere else, come home, and then make this game. Yeah, everyone in game does try and kill you too, by the way. Like, that's another thing I'm finding out. So I know the drunk guy, if you mess around with him too much or like find his briefcase full of money, he'll show up with an axe and kill you, basically, or try and kill you, however it happens to work out. And I've been killed by the drunk driver before, because they've got this whole hitchhiking thing, which to me just looks like a thumbs up. And also, by the way, look at the hand here, the left hand giving the thumbs up, which like the wrist wouldn't support that hand at all. And then it's pretty obviously, oh, I apparently can't push anything right now. It's pretty obviously a different hand though when you're like giving the finger or when you're like pushing things. Also, am I gonna drown? Like, if I run out of fatigue while I'm swimming, do I just drown? Hey, congrats, Cowboy21 Vlogs. In terms of getting more subs and stuff, that's awesome. What kind of videos do you do? I mean, vlogging, obviously, but... play on beta, like the beta for this game, or do I play betas in general? I mean, certainly I play betas in general, but... Oh, is this a... Oh, it's just a dock. I thought that was a boat. I was so excited for a second. So there's, I'm sure, no place to nap on this island, right? Like, I'm just gonna end up drowning. Well, this sucks. Sure, I can't go in here, right? Oh, I can. Okay. Okay, yeah, there's a sauna. Cool. Oh, can I sleep on this bed? That'd be a game changer. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah, boy. Farming sim vlogs, like, oh, and American Truck Sims. I love American Truck Simulator. Big time. I like that game, so much fun. And Euro Truck Simulator, all those truck simulator games. And the farming sim I got into a little bit, certainly. Am I gonna die here, or what's going on? No cussing, which I assume means cussing. Did I say the H word? I apologize. I try and keep things nice and clean. Very sterile environment. Oh, I woke up in the middle of the night. Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, I do. I'm actually controlling stuff here. Alright, cool. Well, I kind of need to find my case of beer. Wow, this is a unique problem. There's lights in the cabin somewhere, right? Oh, man. So has anyone else been in this unique particular situation here? And probably didn't start with like dropping your moped in the water. Yeah. So Carlos, it seems like you've played this game, I don't know, a lot, right? How many times have you built the car? I mean, like, have you lost track, or do you know? Should I just end it all? Should I just jump in and drown? No, I'm not going to give up on this. I'm going to make it back to mainland, back to my house. Even if I have to wait a few hours and refill the beer. Did I leave the beer in the sauna? Is that a thing? Okay. Ah, I think I made it in the sauna. Alright. Sure. Oh, you can do that. I didn't know that even. So like you do like a modified save game? You just like load someone else's file? You just add a save game into the folder? If time to build overheats and catches on fire. You know, I wish I had that problem. Like, I built it the last time, and I obviously messed something up with, like, the gearbox, like the timing chain, the drive gear, something, somewhere. But I couldn't get it to go in gear. So, like, it was running beautifully, though. Purring like a kitten, just couldn't get it to actually move. Also, though, I put all the fenders on pretty early on, and then, like, this game, as I'm proving right now, is pretty glitchy. And just has issues, right? Let's just say that. Oh yeah, couldn't I just go back to sleep too? I'm just gonna run laps around the cabin, go back to bed. I'll jump a lot. Does jumping make me tired? Yeah, it looks like it. Makes me tired in real life. I gotta find that case of beer. I'm probably gonna starve to death out here. That'll be the next thing. Oh my gosh. Come on. Shout you out. Alright. Yeah, Chris, I mean, like I said, this whole video tonight was dedicated to Kyle Kelly. I guess that was my first shout out. Chris DeHart. I still have to watch your cat video, so that's a thing. And then I could probably give you a shout out. Maybe the next stream of My Summer Car will be dedicated to Chris. I don't... Okay, I'm going in the building, right? Am I in? Nope. Okay, sleep. Oh, there it is. Come on, yes. Okay, give me any kind of daylight. Oh, yeah, come on, right? Beautiful. Oh, yeah. I can almost kind of see what I'm doing now. Look at that. Alright. Oh. Sure. There's a case of beer. Nice. I know, Chris, that your feelings on this is that this is morally object. I understand. But at this point, I have to drink these just to survive, and I hope you'll understand. 2-liter gummy bottle? I mean, sure. I don't know. I support all kinds of games, right? So, like, if getting a game free means I'm stealing it from a developer, I'm not super apt to do that. I'd rather just pay for it, you know? Like, I've bought so many games over the years. And, like, even the ones that are bad, I can make YouTube videos about now, so cool. But, like, I don't know. I think anyone who's trying to do a thing, like, I'll pay money for their thing. But I think it's really disappointing when you pay a lot of money for a game and it's not very good. And I've had that experience a lot before. I think everyone who's a gamer has had that experience. Yeah, I hate the night too. Alright, Streaky you. Sure. Again, Chris, I'm just drinking the beer because it's a survival tactic at this point. Oh, don't pee in the water. I'm sorry. Do you live in a very strict household? I get the feeling you live in a pretty strict household. Like, your parents won't even just, like, let you pee on whatever you want. Gold Rush the game? Is it about, like, is it about the Gold Rush, like the 49ers and all that stuff? Oh look, sticky keys. No. I don't want to have sticky keys. I just keep pressing shift too much. I don't know what to play after this, by the way, so I don't know. What do people stream? PlayerUnknown Battleground, right? I mean, all the time. I play that, but if I was to play that game, it would suddenly, and for no reason, become very difficult not to swear. The same is definitely true of, I would say, Rocket League. Please do PlayerUnknown. Okay. I'll do PlayerUnknown. Here's the thing, though. The guarantee that I'll give you is that I'll never do anything better than top 10 finish, probably. And I'll try not to be a coward either. And, like, I don't know, I know that that game requires a certain amount of camping and, like, awareness and just, like, sitting in houses and waiting for people to come in behind you so you can blow their head off with the shotgun, sure. But I also kind of, I don't know, I'm not going to, like, if I'm doing that as a stream, I'm not going to play conservatively. Yeah, of course I have GTA. I've bought GTA 4 times now, I think. So I bought it on, originally bought it on 360. And I was like, okay, cool. Then the next gen consoles were coming out, so I started with the PS4, and then no games were coming out with the PS4. Nothing I cared about anyway. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stop having a PS4. I'm gonna trade it for an Xbox One. I hate them games. Which games? GTA or PlayerUnknown Battleground? I can play Rocket League with you, John. And again, let me not turn on sticky keys. I'm not going to play Rocket League tonight, by the way. I mean, you can always have a Red Bull. I don't know. I'm not sponsored by Rockstar, but it just happens to be what I'm drinking tonight. I should throw on my Monster hat. I'm not sponsored by them either, but maybe I could be, right? Dress for the job you want. That's what they say. Play GTA 5. I could. What are they doing in terms of updates for GTA 5 right now, though? Like, I think they just did gun running, right? And I haven't touched that at all yet. I was really big into the vehicle cargo thing. Get my wings. Oh, yeah. Yeah, is there like a jetpack mod for this game yet where I can build a jetpack? Because that would be awesome. I'm going to pour some of this Rockstar in my camera real quick so that maybe you can have some. Let's try that. Actually, you know what? No, that's a bad idea. Cause I think I have a backup camera here somewhere, but I'm not 100% on that. Yeah, I'm with you, I guess. I think Red Bull I like more than either. I don't know. It's tough. I think I like low carb Monster the best in terms of like low carb options. Red Bull's pretty solid though. It's really expensive in comparison to the other two. I hope you guys see a dock up here because I don't necessarily. So, so Chris, explain to me then. You have a moral objection to swearing, and me publicly peeing in a lake and drinking beer, but you love GTA 5? Yeah, GTA 6. Have they released any trailers or anything for that? Was there E3 coverage? I totally missed E3 this year, by the way. Like, I don't know, I kind of don't care. Play GTA 5 after this. After this, I'm try to get a few hours of sleep before my brother's dog wakes me up in a few hours, and try to be more coherent than I was today. That's the other game I'm going to play. I also have to drive one of my friends to, like, court tomorrow. I feel like he wouldn't necessarily love me getting into that on stream, but like Monster more, but I would settle for, yeah, the warm cat piss tasting nos. I'm quoting someone there, Chris, so keep that in mind. Didn't mean to swear. I got in trouble with my parents for saying piss the other day, even though, yes, I'm 30. And I don't live with them. By the way, I should make that disclaimer now. I mean, it's not a big deal if I did, but I just don't happen to, so it's kind of a big deal if I live with my parents. Hey, there's the dock. I've never been more happy to see that in my life. Yeah, it's been a long swim. I feel like Michael Phelps. Did he race a shark recently? Was that like news? Was that a thing? He raced a shark and I'm sure he lost. I look 20? Thanks, man. I think it's the soft light and the webcam, but I'll take it. I started shaving my head. That probably helps because, I don't know. I don't understand why anyone who's showing a lot of scalp on top wouldn't just shave their head. Unless you have like a weird shaped head or like a big bulbousy growth or whatever. And then like worst case scenario, just throw a hat on, man. This is my favorite hat right now. I don't know if it's just, I think it's like good luck. But I also just really like the Walking Dead Telltale series. It's like Clem's hat. Of course. Very cool. And it's like cell shaded and has blood on it and stuff. It's starting to have dirt on it because I just need to wash it more. You have a new dirt bike. Alright. Sweet. What prompted that? Like, do you have a birthday or anything recently? Or you're just, parents are like, we're getting a dirt bike. The hat is cool. I appreciate the compliment. Yes, I did get in trouble with my parents for saying piss, which in my opinion, by the way, not really a swear word. I don't feel like that's the sort of thing you'd have to censor on TV. My parents are extremely traditionally, I guess non-denominational, but like Christian, right? But they're very religious people. I wouldn't even say they're like very spiritual people, but they're very religious people. So I think there's a difference between religion and spirituality for the most part, at least organized religion. I'm not trying to get like super political right now though. Stole a cop bike in my city. I'm not sure we're talking video games here or like actual felonies. I hope video games. Birthday. Nice. Man, a dirt bike is one heck of a birthday gift for sure. I always wanted a dirt bike. Like, I guess I'm an adult person now. I can probably make that happen for myself, but like never had one. We always had ATVs, right? Four-wheelers. And those are fun. I just don't feel like they're as fun. I grew up, I guess, middle class. You could say, like somewhere between white trash and upper class. But like one thing that my brother and I used to do for fun, my somewhat older brother, we like live together right now. The thing that we used to do is I would just grab onto the back bumper of an ATV, or he would grab onto the back, and we'd just pull each other around like we were Indiana Jones or something, and just like literally drag our torso across the ground for, I don't know, half a mile. Honda Ruckus. I don't think I've ever even seen one of those. Is it like I mean, it's 2017, so did they start making it last year or this year? Oh yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, you probably just have to change the in-game assets, change some of the art or whatever, right? And that's how they have you change your driver's license art. So that much is kind of cool. What was I doing again? I think I was building a car, right? Did I ever find the bolt for this thing? I don't think I did. Nope. And what happened to my toolbox? Did I drop that through the map? Okay, there it is. Sure, let's try number 10. I would say the most important part of fixing a car, by the way, make sure to stand on the hood a lot and like stand on all the different parts while you're also, I bet I can reach this from right out here. Yep, sure can. While you're trying to fix it. That's actually terrible advice, by the way. You're going to hurt yourself. There we go, it's a 12. Cool, that looks better. Oh, yeah. So I've heard that, yeah, a case of beer under the, like, just right under the subframe, probably, right? Yeah. Are you allowed to put any of the, stuff that goes up against the firewall? Can any of that stuff go in before the engine? I guess I'm asking someone who usually, like, downloads a car, so... You're literally that person they say you wouldn't download a car, and you're like, yeah, I would. Of course I would. Oh, hi, gentle giant. Nice. You wouldn't download a car. Yeah, what if I could? Sure beats paying for one. Alright. I feel like this could finally go in now, right? Maybe? Do you want to put this in from inside the car? I'm glad the note didn't specify that I had to put together the car well, because I'm not going to. Oh, this is driving me crazy. You're kidding. Okay, let's try this. No, yeah, no. Oh, okay, undo the bolt on the other thing first. Like on the... Oh, on this guy. Is that what you're saying? That was like a 14. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Good call, good call. See, that's why you don't work on cars without your friends, you know? Just some things you're probably missing. Alright, so that's at least giving me like a, hey, you can't do this thing, which I'll consider to be progress, actually. Is there something else I'm missing? Ah, there we go. Nice. Alright, one down. This might be the end of the suspension here, boys. And gals, if there's any gals up there. Oh, I don't feel like I attract a lot of female viewers at this time, but it's okay. I also don't attract a lot of females in real life, so that's okay. All things in time. 1 to 10, how much do I love GTA? So like I was saying earlier, I ended up buying it 4 different times. and I didn't finish that story either. Xbox 360, got a PS4. It was like, PS4 doesn't suck, but it's lame right now because there's nothing to play. So I traded it in for Xbox One. Bought it for Xbox One, and then all my friends were like, hey, remember how we only play PC games? We're going to buy it on PC. So I was like, alright, fine. So I bought it on PC. So I bought it 4 times. I think I've beaten the story mode only once, but I've got a lot of hours collectively, probably close to 300 or more hours on GTA Online. And I don't know, I love it, and it's like one of those games that I get away from for a while and then I'll end up coming back to just because there's so much you can do in it. It's like the best do anything simulator for the most part. I know there's a lot of it that's like seemingly redundant. It's a kind of not really a pay to win game, but like to get the full experience, you probably have to buy like shark cards and stuff to speed things up. Actually, you know what? I don't actually feel that way. So I've earned a lot of money. Nope, learn your left from your right. Just by, I don't know, doing the missions over and over again. I think it gets tedious at times, but then they're also adding updates all the time. So that much is nice too. Like I was real big into the vehicle cargo thing. I was a little paranoid in public lobbies trying to like actually move my cars and whatever, right? But I thought it was a really cool upgrade to the game. Kind of like, it felt like an expansion pack almost, but I didn't have to actually pay for it. I just had to play the game longer, which if you enjoy the game, why wouldn't you? What episode am I on this? Like, what episode of the stream? Like, what have you missed? Is that what you're asking? This would be episode... This is the first one where I really hadn't played the game at all and didn't accomplish anything. That one's about 40 minutes long. Then there's the one where I put the engine together. So I guess this is the 3rd stream I've done of this game. Is that what you're asking? Just trying to make sure I understand you. Someone want to help me out with the size of these things. Was it 13? Yeah. MSC Editor 104. So sell me on that real quick. I don't think I'll probably do it unless I end up streaming this game a lot or doing the game again at some point. So I'd like to get through just like all the vanilla content without modifying it or anything. But what does it do? Is it kind of like an add-on? Like a quest helper kind of thing? I'll forewarn you, Chris, though, if you're going to watch my other streams, if that's why you're asking, I think I might have used a swear word or two in the first stream of this. So, like my videos that I publish that are not streams, I have a lot more control over how I feel in the moment, what I'm going to say, because I have to edit them down. I don't intend to swear in my channel, generally speaking. If for no other reason, then I don't think it really adds a lot, especially... Like, kind of a famous comedian once was basically quoted as saying, if swearing is the only part of the joke that makes it funny, if the swear word is the joke, man, that looked really good, then it's not a funny joke. So that's kind of like what the mantra I try to live by a little bit. I mean, it helps that I grew up in, like I was saying, a family of super religious people or whatever. Will I drive this tonight? There's no way in the world I will get this going tonight. And the reason being, I'm probably pretty close to the end of the stream tonight. I plan on probably one more. If you take a look on the shelves here, we're getting down to like basically some of the steering components, the clutch connectors, the fuel drain or whatever it's called, the fuel strainer, the fuel tanks. So a lot of this stuff like becomes a lot easier as long as me dropping in the engine goes well, I'm probably going to try and do it the traditional way with the hoist and everything. I mean, if that goes well, cool. But this part of dropping the engine into the, because this part down here, these parts connect to the similarly shaped parts of the half shaft that are in here. We have to line these up pretty specifically. New bolts will come out of these parts that connect the engine then at that point. But it's really kind of, in a way, it's kind of tedious and painstaking and whatever. And I'm pretty tired and I don't feel like doing it tonight. So for that reason, among others, I'm probably going to do at least one more episode of this, which is cool because I like that YouTube takes these streams. I know Twitch is very similar and probably does the same things, but I think Twitch is kind of on the way out. Just because how many people watch YouTube videos as compared to watching Twitch? Like, Twitch is cool for live events and things like that. But when YouTube catches up, there'll be really not a lot of reason to follow them, unless you have specific channels you like to watch, specific streamers. If they're not going to go over to YouTube, then yeah, of course you can still tune in there. That's all they're holding on to at this point, though. YouTube in every way is so much easier to use. And once I'm done with this episode tonight, it's just going to become an episode, and you guys can watch it all you want. So, cool. I mean, if you enjoyed watching this, you can relive all the great moments. There's maybe not that interactivity there where, like, you'll have a comment, and, yeah, and I won't be able to really respond to it. But I'm not always great about that anyway, so I'll have every part in the game and say installed or no install. You can install it and see, yeah. Yeah, there's too much to do tonight to finish the car. No racing stuff when you do the passing tests, you know, yeah. And you heard it there, Chris. Crazy Carlos can't stop swearing, so if you find that objectionable, you're not gonna want to over that. How am I missing this? You know, like, how am I? I swear I'm the worst at knowing how to take a bath. This is terrible. Hey, we got our obligatory one person who disliked my video, by the way. So that part's good. That's how I also know a stream's pretty much coming to the end. Is like once someone finds it, it's just like, oh, for no reason I hate you and your videos, and you should go die in a well. And those people are out there. Like, and it kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier, by the way, being a YouTuber. That sort of thing impacts you more than, like, people saying nice things, which it shouldn't. Like, I love all my fans who are like, love your videos, can't wait for you to come out with more stuff. But yeah, I don't know. There's always gonna be people out there like, what you're doing is stupid and you suck. Like, I could put this car together faster and whatever. And I think your hat is dumb. So, like, whatever. Oh yeah, I should pee in it. That's a good point. Although I already have the Steam achievement for Golden Steam, so it's kind of like not particularly worth that much. I should make sure to pee in my water bucket at the same time, too. Man, I have to continue to give this game credit, because it's way more interesting than I thought it might be. And, I'm excited, though. I'll probably end up getting Car Mechanic Simulator this week, so you might see some videos about that. Although I also kind of am done with the whole, I don't know, I want to move on with my channel at least from videos that are just about fixing cars and that sort of thing. F you, you suck. Alright, well, there's the comment section I was waiting for. Now, Chris is very particular, by the way, about where I can and can't pee. It really sets him off, so... The thing is, it's like a joke, you know? Like, I don't go around, like, peeing on my dog and, like, on my TV in my actual house, you know? I very often find the toilet. I'm too old to wet the bed anymore, so... Ah, look at that. Look at that. When you love your enemies, it's like dumping coals on their head. I think that's like a Bible thing. There you go. It made sense too, because I was looking at coals in the sauna. So, good job. Way to put that together, me. Alright, well, I think you guys have watched me shower in sauna long enough, and as best I'm aware, I've got everything for the shocks and struts and the wheels and suspension. Oh, I don't know if I got the coils on. I'm going to take a look at that real quick. There shouldn't be any reason in the world why I couldn't fit the coils on right now. Yeah, they're still just chilling back here. Let me just stick my head through here real quick. Let me figure that out real quick before I end this stream. Get the coils in. Alright, ladies and gents, I mean, you could just fight in the comment section if you want, but I'm also here for like Q&A or whatever. It's up to you. Where do I need to put this? Oh, I get it. Favorite comment of the night, I don't have a moom. You win, Chris. If the shout out for next week wasn't for you already, it definitely was now. It's probably not next week. I'll probably do the next stream of this. I'll soft commit to the next couple of days, because sometimes I say, I'll definitely do this, and then I get busy. Like, I'm not going to pretend that like YouTube is my whole life. I know I am rounding the bases to nearly 50 subscribers probably at this point, but still, I do other things to pay the bills. Okay, this is obviously where the coil goes. Carlos, help me out here, buddy. What am I doing wrong? Do I have to, like, take all this crap off first? Do I have to bolt something in that I don't have bolted in? Spring on first. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Take this thing off. Alright. Well, that's frustrating, but I'll do it. Let's get the old toolbox here. I think this was a 10 in the back, maybe. Man, how lucky are you guys that I'm really bad at guessing the spanner sizes, because that really just means that you're getting a longer stream, which is great. For you guys. For me, I kind of want to go to sleep, but I'm not going to bed until I finish at least the shocks, struts, wheels, suspension, all that stuff tonight. Alright, there's a couple more bolts on this thing, I feel like. Yeah, right there. Right. Oh, that one was like wasn't even screwed in already. I wonder if I can. One of them was, one of them wasn't, or no, they both are. Oh, hello, Justin Goldtree. If I pronounced that wrong, I apologize. And I'm probably, if I did pronounce that wrong, I'm sure I'm not the first person to do it either. You've joined at just the perfect time to watch me really struggle to take these shock absorbers out that I should have never put in the first place. This is frustrating. Alright, need to cheat here and see what the shock absorbers are real quick. 6 millimeters. Alright, let's do that. Oh yeah, and then I need to go back, see all these awesome comments. It's German, but I said it right. So, as you guys know, some of you do, some of you don't. Like, okay, so my channel is Mild Kratts, which is a play on Wild Kratts, which is like a, I don't know, I think it's a PBS show or something. But, and it's hosted by the Kratt brothers, has been for forever, back when it was Zaboomafoo, back when it was Kratts Creatures. But, my last name, Kratzer, is at least a German word, I think, because I think Wolkenkratzer is basically the German equivalent to the American word skyscraper. I think it means cloud scratcher, cloud scraper, something like that, right? And yeah, so I'm at least largely German, I'll say. Okay, I should be able to remove this now, right? Please let me remove this. Shock absorber. Removed. Cool. And there we go. Ha! Beauty. Alright, thank you, Carlos. I'll have to... where did my shock absorber go? Please tell me it fell through to, like, the abyss and is now completely irretrievable. Oh, it's in the back of my car. Thank goodness. Yeah, I've got like the bolt sizes one open. I'm trying to build this car without using the wiki too much, and mostly just because I'll switch back and then I fear like I won't reopen the card or won't reopen the thing to look at the comments, and I don't want to like miss all your comments and everything. Yeah, isn't the dump near like the drag strip or like the airfield or whatever? What do you do at the dump? Like, can I find perfect replacement fenders for my car there? Because that'd be nice. And I would definitely need them at this point. These in backwards, does that matter? There we go. Okay, do I still have the 6? Yeah. Cool, cool. And the other one was 12, right? Yeah, 6 and 12. Oh, okay, my bike might be there. Okay. Nice. Okay, awesome, because that really depressed me. So for people who weren't watching the stream earlier, something you can do, I guess you can pick up and move the moped, which I didn't know, honestly. Like, I've never actually done that. I mean, I've always seen it was like yellow, so I assumed maybe you could, but I've never actually done it. But basically, I drove the moped all the way to the store, Timo's shop, on the other side of the island, right? Which, if you're taking the moped, if you don't know your directions very well like me, it probably took, I don't know, let's say between 10 and 15 minutes, right? That was the short part, though, because once I got there, bought some two-stroke fuel for it, was going to refuel it, went to pick it up, and dropped it completely through the bottom of the map. And then I had to swim back, so that was fun. Alright, let's switch back to the 6 real quick. I promise my efficiency at this game, by the way, is way better when I've had any amount of sleep and can think of what I'm doing. and also when I'm not trying to be entertaining too, but I'm not gonna not be entertaining while you guys are hanging out, or at least do my best. May not always succeed, but I'll always try. You don't want me to end the stream. I have bad news. Mostly just that I'm so tired. The good news, though, is that I'm not going away forever. I'll be back. I mean, my car's not even close to finished, right? Look at this. Like, I've got the tires on, but that's about it. I guess I have the engine put together. But there's still so much to do. Realistically, too, I'd like to see what the car looks like when it's all pretty and it has the performance parts in it and stuff. Shout out to Jake Pale. Jake. I'm guessing you're saying Jake Paul, right? Because you're like probably a Jake Pauler. Because you're everyday, bro. Is that what you're saying? That would be my presumption. You can be 100% honest, and I won't be offended to hear it. Who's the better YouTuber, me or Jake Paul? And I won't cry if you say Jake Paul. That's fine. Because he's every day, bro, and I'm like every third day, so I would get it. You know, it's not a big deal. I do try and have that Disney Channel flow, however. Okay, so as we learned last time, it probably fell on the back of the car. Yep, there it is. Cool. Because, you know, physics. Cool, got that in there. It's 12 or the 6, I don't remember. 12. Alright. Oh my gosh, that made me dizzy. I'm better? Nice. Nice, I'm better than Jake Paul, you heard it here first. Won't be the last time you hear it either. I appreciate that, man. You guys have the power to get me to VidCon, right? I mean, I'll be there next year. That's the plan. I'd love to go. Get me on a panel or something. I'll tell scary stories, but not too scary. Alright, cool. I think that does it for the suspension then. Nice. Very well done. I mean, I hate to pat myself on the back, but I only. I was trying to say, yeah, like I only got stranded on the other side of the island once, and I only had to swim across while drinking a case of beer once. That was good. Only dropped one moped through the bottom of the floor, so you know I gotta appreciate that. Put the motor in? You're crazy. No, that's so much work to put the motor in. I'm gonna appreciate for the last time sleeping on this chair because for whatever reason, I think it's a future update. They're gonna let you go back to sleeping on this once it's installed in your car, but right now you can't. I'm gonna sleep on that. Probably gonna drink out of the shower real quick. Turn some lights on in here so I don't like stub my toe or whatever. It's that light. Okay, that light, cool. I could see that being a legitimate future update, by the way, is like if the light is turned off, you like stub your toe. Okay, the good news is the next video, Chris, in which, I mean, it's got to be a shout out to you, I'm pretty sure, right? Will definitely feature me putting the motor in. and doing my best to connect everything else. I might try and at least start the car up next time. Bike and van. You know, I thought about that. I thought you probably can put the moped in the back of the van. Like, there's probably nothing there to stop you, but I'm glad you let me know about that, because I definitely would have done the same thing and been pretty mad about it. Also, when I first started playing this game, I thought it was kind of like the permadeath thing was a joke. I mean, not like a joke in that you would die and it would be forever, but I kind of thought it wouldn't be that easy to die in this game, and you pretty easily find out that's not the case. You can die so quickly and for so many different reasons in this game. As you all know, if you've watched other streams and whatever. I'm assuming I'm the only streamer you guys watch, but, you know, if you happen to get bored. Oh, man. So I'm probably going to do another video. Hey, thank you. Thank you for liking the video tonight, by the way. I appreciate all of you guys that like tune in. Keeps me going. I'm trying to think, though, the next game video I'm doing might be on a game called Yonder. It looks kind of like a Legend of Zelda clone mixed with I don't even know what, but it looks interesting. But I fired it up and it didn't look super promising either, so I'm hoping I have some nice things to say about the game once I get a few hours in, but it's not looking promising. The pail in the shower, leave it there, pop your head through the wall. Oh yeah, you were telling me about that. That's smart. Okay. Good call, good call, good call. So like leave it here even. I'm gonna try this real quick. I know I'm getting begged not to end the stream anyway, so I might as well try and figure this out. Okay. Grab this dipper. Cool. Through the wall. Cool. And I probably could have just left this on. Nice. Wicked hacks. It makes sense too. You know that people in Finland can do this, right? Like, I think I had one person watching from Finland. I don't remember who that was, or if they're still watching. Maybe it was Nick. But yeah. Cool, cool. Alright, Carlos, I'm going to turn the water off just because, you know, we're trying to save the planet and whatever. That'll be my excuse. But I do like that tip of going through the wall here. I mean, all you have to do is smash your head through the wall. Why wouldn't I have thought of that? You die, but you don't die dirty. That's a good call. I tried to die in every way, yeah. Can you die from hygiene? Like, is that a thing? Does your guy get like rickets or something, or like gingivitis, like scurvy? Pray for your dog. What's up with your dog? He died. Oof. Sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, I'll pray for your dog. Everyone out there, religious or not, send good vibes out to Chris. Next episode is going to be a shout out for you anyway. I hate to end the stream here, but I do have to concede to being an adult and trying to get some stuff done. I'll probably do some laundry and then fall asleep. But man, some of you guys have hung in with me tonight from like moment one. You're the best, and thank you. Like, that's awesome. I'm gonna cry. Not really, but thanks so much, and keep in touch, and keep watching. Put out more stuff that's like more refined than this. I know that I'm probably not the worst person in terms of just stream of conscious thought and whatever, but I like putting out stuff that's more polished too. So let me know what you want to see. Like, comment, subscribe, any of that stuff. I like to see comments in my videos. It lets me know if I'm doing the right things, what I can improve on, what you guys want to see. So anyway, awesome. Until next time, I've been Mild Kratz. See you around. Oh yeah, it doesn't stop right away. Shoot. This is awkward.